Guys, so here are the ingredients that you're going to need for your chicken bread filling. So what you're going to need is 4 small onions, 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 teaspoons black pepper powder, 4 tablespoons of coriander leaves, these fresh ones which I have, and then you'll need 1 or 2 green chilies chopped if you want to use them, 2 teaspoons garam masala powder, 4 tablespoons of flour, I have here plain flour, 2 tablespoons of butter, and 2 cups of milk. You can also use sesame seeds as required. As you can see, I've chopped my onions quite fine here, and to this I'm going to heat 4 tablespoons of butter on the side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 tablespoons of butter. So we're just going to, you're supposed to heat 4 tablespoons of butter first, but it's okay. I'll just heat it on the side here. Let that just melt away. Now we can just fry our onions in it. So we're just going to fry the onions until they're soft. We don't need much colour on them, so you're not going to make them too brown. We're just going to soften them. So my heat is medium heat. I think that's the best heat to use actually. So if the heat is too high, then they'll just burn. We're just going to let that carry on browning. Right, so you can see that the onions are sort of a nice light colour, goldeny almost. Okay, so now we're going to add our 4 tablespoons of flour. I'm using plain flour. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. You also need to add your 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 and 2, and 2 teaspoons of black pepper powder. Don't really like to use too much of this. 2 teaspoons of your black pepper powder, 1 and 2. I don't like to add too much. You can add a little less black pepper powder if you don't like it. I'll give that a mix. And you can also add your 2 teaspoons of garam masala powder. So 1 and 2. We're just going to give that a mix and then we'll add our milk. And let the spices cook down a bit. spread it out so it'll cook faster. So we're going to add 2 cups of milk to this now. So we have here 1 and 2. Okay, we're going to give this a mix. Cook this until the milk thickens up. So we're just waiting for the milk to thicken up. We're still on our medium heat here. Okay, so as you can see, it's thickening quite nicely. Oh dear, don't want it to burn though, so just clear the side. Right, that's thick. This is the kind of consistency you're looking for. This is a non-stick pan that I'm cooking in, so I'm not really used to it. Right, when it's this thick, now you're going to add your 3 or 4 cups of shredded chicken. So we have 1, 2, 3, see how much I have. I don't think I made it to 4 cups, but I'll put 4 cups. 3 or 4 cups is fine. So there we go, 3.5. Right, keep mixing it. We'll turn the heat on low so that we can manage it now. Right, just keep mixing. Incorporate that chicken into the sauce. So add your 4 tablespoons of coriander powder leaves, which I've just chopped. Try to chop them as finely as you can. 2, 3, 4. And give them a mix. If you have your green chilies, you can add up to 4 green chilies if you want it nice and spicy. So this is our mixture for our chicken bread, which we're going to show you how to make in a minute. Hi guys, so now we're going to make the bread for our chicken bread recipe. So we're going to take 8 cups of plain flour and place it in a bowl. So we have 1. Okay, so we have our 8 cups of plain flour here in a bowl. And to this plain flour, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of salt. 1, 2. 2 teaspoons of caster sugar. So this is the yeast which I have, this one. So I've got sachets out. So we need 2 tablespoons of this. Right, so we just add 2 tablespoons of yeast in there too. And then you need half a teaspoon of baking powder. So just to add that in, 1/2 teaspoon. So to this you need 8 tablespoons of oil now. 1, 2, you can use any oil you have. And we need 2 eggs finally. There we go. There goes 1 egg. And 2. So we're just going to knead it into a medium soft dough with some slightly warm water, which I have here. It's about 1 glass I've added. Okay, so keep kneading. I've added about 2 glasses of water to this, and it's quite a workout actually. You just need a medium soft dough. So I think we're getting there. Whoops. So now we're just going to cover it up with a cloth and leave it there for 1 hour to rise. And it's been about 1.5 hours now, and look how much our dough has risen. Wow, that's really good. So what we're going to do is we're going to portion this into, let me see, about 4 pieces. We're going to cut it into 4 pieces. Maybe if I cut it like this, and we'll make 4 loaves. So we're going to take each piece out and place it on. Okay, we cut our dough into 4 equal pieces, and now we're going to roll each piece out into a rectangle shape, and I'll show you how to do it. So what you're going to do is just roll your dough, your circle, into a loaf shape like this with your hands, and get a rolling pin, and we're going to roll it out like this into a rectangular shape. Make it as long as you can. Right, turn it sideways. I need to make it a bit thicker. We sort of want it around this kind of shape. I think the thickness is fine. I'm not sure how thick that is, but it looks about right. Hope I have enough chicken filling to go in here. So I think I've made a lot of dough. Right, it's quite stretchy, so don't worry if it comes back when you're trying to spread it out like this. Right, so that's it. There we go. Hope it's all right. I think it needs to just stretch out a bit more. So we need to put the filling in, so make sure it's sort of a rectangle, not too narrow. Right, that's about right, I think. Get our filling out. Right, so what you're going to do now is we're going to have cuts you're going to place like this, going down. On both sides. Just be careful of your work surface. Right. Now in the middle we're going to place the chicken filling. So place your chicken filling. I've taken some out of the pan and just spread it all the way down the middle of your bread, like so. So we're making 4 loaves. I've portioned my filling mixture into four sections so that I have enough for my 4 loaves. Fill it generously because you don't want just a little bit of chicken, you want quite a nice mouthful of chicken when you eat it. So be generous. Right. Okay, so now we're going to just cross them over like this. Don't worry if the filling shows, it doesn't matter. So we're just braiding it like a braid. And just bring that up like so. Right, that's how it looks now. So carefully lift the bread up and place it on baking paper or tin foil like this, and I've slightly rubbed the bottom with some melted butter so that it doesn't stick, but if you have a baking sheet that would be better. So we're going to just cover the bread with some butter. This is an occasional treat, so you can be a bit generous with the butter. Just rub it in. And then you're going to sprinkle some sesame seeds on top, just a little bit. Whoops. Okay, now what you're going to do is bake this in an oven, 200 degrees centigrade for 25 minutes or until it's brown and cooked. So let's place it in the oven. Hey guys, so here's our bread. It's all ready and it's cooked. I made mine in the middle shelf. Just make sure you turn it over, and you can cook the other side as well for 5-10 minutes if it's not brown. So once your bread is brown on both sides, you're going to add some butter on top just to give it a glaze. So just lightly tap it with some melted butter. Ooh. There we go. Sesame seeds are coming off, but it's okay. There we go, and there's our chicken bread. So you can cut it and try it. It's really delicious. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe, and don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.